Good evening and welcome. By the end of this presentation, you're going to know exactly what to be wary for on your next apartment search. It's not every day you wake up and say, I can't wait to get lied to today. Probably not. Nobody likes getting lied to. Nobody likes knowingly lying. Both sides of a lie are unfavorable for both parties and nobody likes to do it. So let's just avoid that. In the property management world, you've got two types of people. The property management company and the tenants, essentially landlords and tenants. My name's Edgar. I've been in property management for about 5 years now. Some people will call me a leasing expert. Why? Because I close a lot of deals? Yeah, there's a reason for that. So we'll get into that in just a minute. There's three things I want you guys to take away from this presentation today. Knowing what your price is, easier said than done. Being specific on your product, knowing what you're signing up for, also easier said than done. And finally, for the other hand, for you salespeople, if you take this advice, your closing percentage is going to go right through the roof. So those three things are what you want to pay attention to today. So let's get started. First off, the price. Knowing what you're getting knowing the bang for buck factor. Bang for buck factor. You definitely want to be aware of what you're signing up for and what are staying within your means. Everyone has a budget. It's not a secret. You're not going to sign up for a $5,000 a month apartment when you know what you're looking for is $2,000. So make sure you're asking specific questions. If you walk in and you tell the agent your budget, and a good agent, he'll build rapport with you right away. He's going to really, make you feel comfortable, which is another thing. You gotta be careful for a little bit, but a good agent is going to be honest with you. But if you don't ask specific questions, a lot of the times you're not going to get the right information. So first off, price. What's included in the rent? If it's just base rent, then what the base rent is and what you're going to pay every month are two very different situations. For example, if you walked in and you said your budget was $1,500 and the leasing agent didn't get into any specifics and just started going at it, oh great, I have an apartment right here, $1,490 starting tomorrow. And you're like, wonderful, solve my problem. I can move in tomorrow, $1,490. But you didn't read the fine print, did you? Probably not. Nobody reads the fine print. So if you didn't ask these specific questions, you're not going to really find out because you're just going to sound that dotted line and boom, next thing you know, first bill came, it's $1,750. How did that happen? You didn't ask about water. You didn't ask about lights. You didn't ask about what's included in that rent price. Oh, trash? That's an additional fee. How about cable and Wi-Fi? They told you it was included. Great, but you didn't really realize that not included in the rent price you were so focused on. There's specific little tips and tricks they say instead of the monthly total, they say the base rent. So when you say, oh, my monthly budget is $1,500. They say, yeah, our base rent is $1,490. But that's not what you wanted to know. You wanted to know $1,500 or better. And boom, now you're paying $1,750 because you didn't read that. So ask specifically what's included. Go through the checklist. Let him do his thing. And when the moment you hear something omitted, that should tell you everything you need to know about that leasing person. Moving on, the product. Knowing the apartment, it's easier said than done. You're always going to get taken to a model. You're always going to get taken to a show unit. These show units are going to be pristine. They're going to smell great. They're going to be perfect. There's going to be beautiful views, all that good stuff. But then next thing you know, when you moved in, you're living next to the trash with the crazy neighbor and there's no landscaping anywhere. Why? Because you didn't ask, is this my specific apartment or is this a show unit? Can I go to my apartment? Anytime someone says no for any reason, that's a red flag. You want to say, why can't I go to the place? They're going to probably hit you with, oh, somebody lives there still, you're looking for a month away. At that point, say, oh, cool, no problem. Can I go to the area? And you should check out the area, check out the outer, and ask him about the views. Yeah, this model view is great, but how about my view? Where is it? They're going to take you to the place and they can point to where the view's at. That'll make a difference in your decision. Moving on, you salespeople. If you've taken anything away from what I've just said, it's that you should be honest and have some integrity. You're not representing just yourself in that moment. You're representing the company, you're representing this industry as a whole, and you're representing yourself. Those are some pretty important things to keep in mind when you're trying to influence somebody to make a decision. This is a very intimate sale you're going to do. The housing industry is probably the most intimate sale there is. You go to the restaurant, somebody gives you bad food, you got a bad meal, you get over it that night. But when you're talking about the housing industry, this person's going to live there for at least whatever that contract says, for the most part. And if you don't help them make a good decision, they're going to remember you in a negative way for the rest of your life. That's a connection lost. That's no good karma coming back. And let's be honest, That's not what we're looking to do here. So I hope you've learned a lot today. Keep in mind, you need to know these 3 things: price, product, and make sure you salesmen are being honest people out there. And I promise you, every interaction you have moving forward is going to end up with a positive note, whether they close the deal or not. You've at least made a connection. I hope you enjoyed my presentation and have a wonderful evening. See you soon.